Greetings, we're Ty and Kane. In this video, we'll be discussing the current issues that First Creek and Merrittville High Schools are facing in terms of sustainability. A little bit about First Creek. It is a small stream in the southern Mount Lofty Ranges and Crafts which flows in a northwesterly direction where it becomes channelized through the northeastern suburbs until it discharges into the Torrens Lake near the Adelaide Zoo. First Creek is one of the 5 creeks fed by Adelaide Hills rainwater. In the past, the creek was governed by the Kaurna people. They live harmoniously with the creek as a food and water resource. The dunes and beaches provided food and shelter, and reeds from the wetland were used to make baskets and mats. The inland areas had better shelter and firewood in cooler weather, more mammals to hunt, and creeks and swamps contained fish and other water life. The creek then being managed by the British-style law. Since then, the creek is no longer owned as a single entity and managed as a resource, as it was by the Kaurna people of the Adelaide Plan. But it is now controlled by various local government bodies and private owners of the land through which it runs. According to the data collected on the latest clean-up day at Merrittville High School, there were 1,197 pieces of trash found in just 1 hour on the school ground on the 30th of July 2020. That was 1 week after the last clean-up made by the Year 10 students. The current situation shows that the throwaway culture is still a concern in the culture of Merrittville High School. Moreover, the rubbish tends to gather at certain points around the school, where students are around most of school time, like the bottom half of front oval, the flat. The amount of rubbish is also thought-provoking. It shows that students are not just living unsustainably, but there's also a lack of awareness amongst them. Overall, littering is a problem in Merrittville High School and we need to fight against that. In the next section of the video, Kane will be covering our bin audit data and how we can improve current situations.
As you may have known, the bins are playing a crucial role in improving the school's sustainability. However, they are not being used wisely. According to the data made from the bin audit supported by KESAP, it has been found that almost 97% of materials in bins can be recycled, and only 3% of them would have to end up in the dump. This is due to the lack of effectiveness in the bins placement around the school, as well as information on how to use those bins for students. In fact, we can save up more than $6,500 per year by reducing food and drink packaging, Ziploc packs, cutlery, and small tubes. Additionally, in terms of recyclable waste, it was found that more than 11 kilograms of paper or cardboard, 10-cent containers, soft plastic, and electrical materials can take up to 32% of the total volume of materials to landfill. However, if they are properly managed, we can save up to $2,400 per year. Another problem is, besides unwise bin usage, is a moral problem in relating to wasting food, especially uneaten food. According to the data, 6% of waste is uneaten food, which is above the average of 5%. This includes the equivalent of 13 sandwiches, 12 pieces of fruit, 4 packaged items, and 6 times 10 coin drinks worth around $20 per day or $4,000 per year. To sum up, currently the equivalent of 670 wheelie bins a year go into landfill. However, with the ideal collection and avoidance systems in place, the total daily volume of material to landfill for the entire school could be around 22 liters per day, or just 1,100 liters per term, and 4,400 liters per year, or just 18 wheelie bins per year. Talk about resolutions. let's take a look at what we have brought to you. Due to the regularity of food and food wrappers littering around school, no food day could be considered as one of the effective solutions. In detail, there will be days when staff and students are encouraged to bring their food to school without any non-reusable containers or wrappers, especially the ones made from plastic. Also on this day, the canteen is obligated to serve only if staff and students bring their own containers. Overall, the campaign will follow 3 no's for lunch: no one-time containers, no oversized portion, and no plastic wrappers. By organizing a monthly-based cleanup day for students to be collecting rubbish during the homework lessons, each homework will be responsible for cleaning up around hotspots. I strongly believe by collecting rubbish, students will change their littering habits gradually and form their own opinions of how littering can affect the school and even themselves. This way, we can raise students' awareness on keeping the school clean and safe. In detail, every month, different year levels will be participating in a monthly order. For example, Year 10 will clean this month and then it's Year 9's turn next month. So then, Year 8 and so on till the end of the school year. Stationery saving. In schooling, stationery waste happens the most because they are necessary items that help for studying and teaching. However, the way of using and wasting stationery is not actually right at the moment. For example, pens and papers are mostly used and thrown away without any notice of their reusability and recyclability. In fact, a few types of pens are designed for either reusing or recycling, but most of them are still being wasted. In that case, there are many ways to solve this, such as encouraging students to replace the ink tube instead of dumping the case, or use both paper sides, or even provide digital documents. To wrap up this video, we have been through the history of First Creek and its importance as a water system, and also mentioned the collect data from the bin audit day at Marriotttville High School to indicate the current environmental issues around our school. According to that, we have also given out some resolutions for mitigation and management that may have improved the situation we're all facing, which includes nude food days, cleanup days, and stationery saving. We obviously hope you enjoy this video and start being responsible for the environment from now on. Thank you.